Hey Taurus, welcome. So I'm here with a financial reading and we're going to get you some messages of clarity and guidance for your career and finances. And with that, we're really just going to get right into it. So what do we have for Taurus? All right, yeah, awesome. Yeah, so you're definitely in your boss era. Okay, that's awesome. What else? Okay, thank you. All right, so it's time for you to be in your boss area, but let me get some clarification on why we're struggling with that a little bit. We have. Okay, so I think that it's definitely, so I think it's definitely an opportunity for you to consider everything that you've accomplished so far. So it's like you are badass, right? And it's like maybe you're struggling a little bit with that right now because you may be on a new venture and you may be working toward your life purpose and your goals that are sort of not aligned with like a traditional type of like a 9 to 5. So this is like your true path. And you may be feeling a little bit of hesitancy, or you may be feeling like you don't have what it takes, or there's a little bit like feelings of lack, feelings of low confidence in that. But it's so important for you to remember everything that you've accomplished, and you may even want to sit down and journal about it or write out your accomplishments, and then think, what did I do to be successful in these areas? And then implement that, incorporate that, your successes and those actions you took into this new opportunity, into whatever this is new that you're working toward and trying to set up, because you're working toward your sole purpose and building your financial foundation and creating generational wealth. So this is huge, what you're working toward, but you have everything that you need already within you to do it, and it's time to get that confidence and align with yourself on the vibration, the frequency that is pure strength, pure courage, bravery, all of those things. It's time for you to step into that you, because that you exists and it's already here, but you need to step into it. Okay, because this is absolutely something that's going to be very valuable, very successful, going to create a lot of abundance and prosperity for you, but it's sort of like this hesitancy to move into that space, step into that portal. Okay, so what else? So I was thinking, why are we not stepping into that portal? And it is because you are still focused on the past. You're still focused on old thoughts, behaviors, belief systems that aren't beneficial, that aren't valuable. And thinking about like, well, I tried this before and it wasn't successful, or I tried this and, people were saying this about it or that about it. So it's really, you're at this point where you can continue to wallow in that negativity and those negative belief systems and the past, or you can move yourself forward. You can set yourself free from all of that, and you can move forward with love and confidence and strength. So which one is it? You're definitely at this precipice. You're at this point where you need to decide what path you're going to go down. Okay, what else? Okay, we can now make this shit up, right? Call on your strength. Like I said, you can use the experiences that you've had before, because you've had many successes. Use that. Use the strength. Call in the strength. Call in your bravery. Call in your courage, because it is time to bring all of that with you and step into this new chapter. Step into this new you. Like, this emperor is like the ultimate, and that is you. Okay. So what else? Anything else? Thank you. All right. Yeah. Cut through and cut out anything that, okay, we talked about that. Cutting out anything that's not for you, that's no longer serving you, and not being afraid to stand up for yourself and for what you believe in. So it is that time. Like, this courage and strength applies to every aspect. You speaking up and saying what needs to happen and what you need and what you truly deserve and desire and want. Because there's so much more available to you than what you're even imagining at this point. So don't stand for less. Don't take less than what you deserve. Because it's all becoming clear. It's coming clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer by the moment. And you will have like everything worked out as far as what you desire. Because I feel like it's like, you know these things, you know it, but it's still coming clear to you. Like, it's still being, how do I want to say, it's still evolving. Yes, that's the right word. All right, so let's see what challenges Taurus might come across. All right, so we have the Hierophant. So yeah, definitely your fears, your doubts, and also like this aspect of society and tradition. And it's like, I don't know if some of you may be struggling with leaving a job or becoming self-employed. So it could be that. It could be just, you know, wanting to abide by traditions as a Taurus. I'm a Taurus as well. We like our comfort. We like things to be in place. So this could be kind of tied to those societal expectations, especially when we're doing well. And then it's like, oh, well, you know, I am finished with this career. I want to start a new career. So others might look at that and be judging and be, you know, giving you advice and, you know, telling you not to do that and all of those things. So this is really kind of tied to that behavior and that energy, and that is coming up as a challenge. So that's something that you do want to think about and address how you want to move forward. Because for me personally, I prefer like not to allow that to come into my energy, because then it just again contributes to this dilemma and this cycle of just stagnation, and you like questioning yourself when you know full well that you're a boss, you're a bad bee, whether male or female, doesn't matter, and you got this, and you have every opportunity. You will be successful. You absolutely will be successful. So these are really just like hate. That's hate in us energy coming through. All right. Yeah, so definitely connecting. You need to implement those self-care practices, because that is helping you on this journey. And for some of you, these are like esoteric gifts. So you absolutely have to be aligned with source and with your higher self to be great at those connections and at those gifts and talents and making money in abundance from them. So you're being called to connect. Yeah, and for some of you, like, there is going to be a couple things here with this King of Swords. Like, I'm really getting the energy of you, like, again, standing up for yourself, standing in your power, knowing your strength, trusting in you and trusting in your success, and not wavering and not listening to people's judgments and perceptions and what they think you should be doing and how they feel about what your plans are. Like, cutting all of that out, because it's just noise and it has nothing to do with you. People's opinions have nothing to do with you. Cutting all that out and focusing on what you love and what you came here to do. And that's spread light and love. All right. Yeah, so you definitely are going to need to take on a more like dominating, assertive type of attitude and energy. And I'm saying this for me too. So, all right. Yeah. And then also trusting and knowing that, so you've tried some things before. You may have tried this a little bit. You may have, started the business, but not been able to put a lot of effort into it because so many other things are going on and there's life happening. But yeah, try again. So it's like you've tried some things, they haven't necessarily panned out, but those are all lessons that you've learned. That's why they're still here, because they're all lessons that you've learned, and you need to leverage it in that way. And we have more, but it's like one more to your success. Okay? So I'm not saying it's one more lesson, but I'm just saying this as an example of you've tried so many things. It's not time to stop now. You must keep going. You must continue trying things because you're pretty much there. You are there. You need to keep trying. All right. Any other challenges? Thank you. All right. Definitely getting started and realizing, it's really time to move forward and go on this journey. It is time. And some of you are going to be like forced into it and others, it's like you do have a choice, but it is time. It is absolutely time. Let's see what else. I feel like there's going to be like a lot of emotion. This is going to be an emotional roller coaster essentially as well, because we see like this overflowing of emotions that are going to be happening as a result of this new chapter, this new venture. And that can absolutely be a good thing though. That doesn't have to be a bad thing. And it's also calling you to manage those emotions in a constructive way, right? Because they're coming and they will happen, but it's like, hey, maybe you need to, all right, I didn't get that bid, so let me just have my moment of crying, and then I'm gonna like suck it up and I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna apply for another one. I didn't get that loan, but you know what? It's okay, because that means that wasn't for me and something better is coming, right? So just managing those emotions, managing those moments of difficulty and challenge, and turning it into constructive, positive lessons for you to keep going and continue moving forward to your success. All right, so let's get some messages. All right, we have stand on what? Stand on what? I don't stand on the rise. I don't. Oh, stardom. Okay, yeah. It's hard to see this stardom on the rise. Absolutely. And that makes sense. And I don't know why it was hard to see that. And I think it's hard to see that like that's a metaphor in some way, because it's like time for us to envision ourselves as stars and know that we are going to be successful. Success is right here. It's right here already. We are successful. Are we seeing it? I got it. It's like, are you seeing it? Because I'm looking dead at this card and I still could not see that. So that is absolutely a message. Wow. Thank you. All right. And then we have move in silence and abundance mentality. Yeah, so you are being called to just monitor who you're giving information to, who you're giving access to you and your knowledge and wisdom and skills, how you're moving. Pay attention to that, because not everyone has your best interest in mind. And go with your heart and your feelings, because you're connecting with your higher self and you're reigniting that love. But pay attention to who's coming through, because I do see that there could be individuals, someone from like a completely different walk of life, maybe a different country, that has the potential to impact your situation positively. And I would call this person soul family or soul tribe. So they can come through with assistance in some way. So it could be financial support, obviously it could be, but I'm thinking more in terms of like just someone that you can bounce ideas off of, like a coach, a mentor, someone that has a great business sense, or they know about investments, or they know about a certain market that you're looking to invest in, or start a business in that industry. Like, yeah, there's definitely help and assistance out there. And this person, like I said, is gonna look different than what the average person would look like. How do I want to say that? That's not how I want to say it. Like, they're gonna be different in some way, like have an accent or be from a different country, or just not someone that's normally in your circle. So I think that's how you could recognize this person. All right, so what else? Okay, let's get some of these. Yeah, and I would also say connect with your relationship with money. So I was saying that in other readings, because this has come up for all the readings, I have watched many YouTube videos on money and what money truly is. And essentially, it's just a vibration. It's just an energy that flows, and it needs to be free flowing. So it speaks to just how you connect with it, how you understand it, how you utilize it. All of those things go into your knowledge and your wisdom and your connection and your feeling and thoughts about money. So it is time to go and look at that. Go research that. If you're pretty confident, then that's cool, that's wonderful. But there is always something that you can learn. So I would say to definitely connect with that, because you may find in some ways you're prohibiting yourself from more abundance. Okay, because you do have to connect with that frequency before you can see it and see that it's already here and available to you. So if you're not connected, if you're not there yet, then there may be something to learn from it. It says, you miss the beauty when you are stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy sometimes. Let it all go. Yeah, so, and this is also, if you're watching this when I post it, it is around holiday time. So you're being called to enjoy yourself and to do things in balance. So balance was another key component that came up here. So you may need to just enjoy yourself and have fun. There's also opportunity for you to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to spend an hour or an hour and a half on my goals and my life purpose and learning. You can do both. You can do both. So we have, you will be surrounded by people with different agendas. It may scare you away, but fight it. You got this. Okay, yeah, beautifully. When you come into stardom, into abundance, move in silence, right? So you have that sort of coming out here in two different ways, knowing and understanding that not everybody's for you, not everybody's going to have your best interest in mind, but you know this and you got this, right? Because you know it ahead of time and you know how to move. So I believe that's what this is saying, like, know how to move. It's okay not to have all the answers. They will come to you when you need them. Yes, knowing and trusting. So again, I'm going to promote those self practices, because that's how you know. Having that trust, having that connection with your higher self, with source. And it's so funny that I put this over that card, because that's what this card is representing as well. So yeah, absolutely getting back to those self-care practices where you're receiving those downloads, you're connecting easily to source, to your higher self, and to your guides is what you're being called to do. Okay, so what other messages? We have stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Boom. So there you have it right there. So if you are thinking about starting that new business, there may be like a glaring opportunity or inspiration that comes through for that. Go for it. We have an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross with Rooster. And then we have spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So yeah, you have a lot of confirmation here about some sort of energy that really, it is not for you, and you are connected and intuitive enough to know when you come across that energy, and you can act accordingly. You cannot get caught up in it. You cannot tie yourself and swirl around in that energy with them. Like, let them do that. Let them be on that, and then you can be on something different. You can be on your success. And this is another confirmation of connection with Source, with your higher self, so that you can receive those messages. We have compassion, relate, and radiate. Yeah. So I feel like there is a beautiful opportunity for you to just enjoy yourself this month. Enjoy the relationships that you have. Enjoy the fun part of building a business, networking, and I mean that is a little stressful sometimes, but just connecting with other people is the fun part of that, and learning about other people and learning about what they've been successful at and what they have going on and what they find interesting, and sharing and having that exchange of ideas and information. That's going to be so inspirational to you, and it's going to spark creativity in you as well. And again, at this time, like I said, if you're reading this when it comes out, or you're watching this when it comes out, you're being called to be a little more compassionate and to give where you can without expectation, right? So I'm hearing specifically, some of you, there is opportunity for you to give back to food banks, to pet charities, to any other charities that touch your heart. You're being asked to have that compassion and to give to them, and just also be compassionate with yourself during this time, because there are a lot of emotions going on. There's a lot of things happening, and there's this huge opportunity that we talked about. So just definitely be compassionate with yourself and have empathy and understanding for yourself. The same way that you do for others, do that for yourself. Be that for you. Okay? All right, so let's get a couple more messages. So what else? What else do we have? Okay. All right. Excuse me. So we have Rooster and Fox. Yeah, so I feel like you definitely have the knowledge and wisdom to be successful, and you're being called to call on that. Right? Like we talked about, step into that Emperor, Empress energy, because it is here. It is you already. It's you. It's just you stepping into it and being that. Confirmation that you're being guided, you're being protected, and all you need to do is open yourself up to the messages and receive the downloads, and open yourself up to the abundance that's already there. And we have, don't let pride cloud your judgment and risk making the wrong choices. Yeah, so I would say definitely if you have the opportunity to take risk, you want to do that in a calculated way. So do your research, go through, pay attention to the details, read the contracts, make sure you have an outline of your agreement or a contract. Make sure that you have everything that you want and what you need in there. And I'm not saying don't compromise. Of course you may need to give and take, but just take calculated risks is what I'm trying to say. So just pay attention to the tiny details. Okay, so we'll close out with a couple final messages, and I'm not sure if I like these cards because I feel like they're pretty much saying the same thing. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this deck in the rotation. We'll see. So yeah, absolute. Working on alignment and harmony with your relationship with money. So I see we have some abundance coming through. So when you do that and when you understand how money works and what it truly is, then you're opening yourself up to that flow and allowing that flow, that waterfall, to come through. So what else do we have? Exploring the transformative journey of using money as a catalyst for personal growth, unlocking your full potential, and achieving both financial prosperity and personal fulfillment. So yeah, I feel like I said, looking up those videos and understanding your relationship with money and adjusting that and working on that is also a part of this process. All right, Taurus, so those are the messages I have for you. Please like and share this video and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and we'll talk soon.